Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I am your girl, Candy Washington, and I am about to go in on my conspiracy theory about this whole Diana Jenkins allegedly donating some bogus funds to the Lion Air victims. Allegedly, in my opinion, I'm going to get into it, and I have my own thoughts and conspiracy theory around why this is happening. I did watch some other content creators' ideas about it. I kind of have to disagree, and and I'll tell you guys why. But before I get into it, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live and spill the tea. And don't forget to share this. Share this with anybody who likes conspiracy theories, reality TV, Bravo, just hanging out and having a fun time. Because a kiki is always better with community. So, hello and welcome. All right, so let me break this down. I saw, some other content creators and some other people say, like, oh, this was, Diana's way of like checking Erika and checking Rinna, like, she's donating 100K to Lion Air. She's doing this great thing, blah, 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 blah. I disagree with that. I think that Diana, Erika, and Rinna are all in on this fake PR stunt for Diana to say that she's allegedly donating 100K to the Lion Air victims. And I'm going to tell you why I don't believe she actually is. And I have the receipts, because you have to always really squint and really read into what these people are doing. I'm going to break it down. Number one, the reason why I think all three of them are in on it is because if you remember, like throughout this season, throughout last season, Erika has always said, like, oh, if you're so bothered by the victims, like to the other castmates and also to like us, the fans, whenever she gets backlash, whenever, us, the fans, or social media is going after her, she's always just like, well, why don't you donate to the victims? Like, she has said that before. Like, this is not something new that she said. In the past, she's like, well, why don't you pay for them? Why don't you donate to the victims? Like, if you care so much, in Erika Girardi's way. First of all, Erika, it is not our job to pay back the money that your husband stole. First and foremost, sweetheart, this wasn't a national disaster. It's not like donate to Haiti, donate to, Katrina victims. It's not a natural disaster. It's not an act of God that these people were defrauded. It's the fact that your husband defrauded them. It is not our job to pay that back. Like, it's the delusion for me. It's the arrogance for me. It's crazy. It's crazy. So the fact that that Diana is allegedly donating 100K, because again, I think it's bogus. I don't think she actually is, and I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna tell you guys why. Is in alignment with Erika always being like, well, if you have such a problem with it, why don't you donate to them? Because they're not a charity. Your husband stole from them. They don't correlate, sweetheart. They don't correlate. We did not benefit from the money that they stole. You benefited from the money that they stole. That's why you are liable, and you are the one that should pay them back, because you are the one that benefited from it, not us. Also, I think why all three of them are in on it is because I think with the coming up episode that's airing tonight, I'm going to review it tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. West Coast time, 5 o'clock East Coast time, I'll be reviewing the Aspen Drip. So subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. But I think because all of the ladies are always like, oh, the earrings, you should give them back. Oh, the victims, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And I think Erika has always felt very resentful that the ladies did not just blindly back her, even though she had all of these allegations going on. And I think it's a big, big F you to the other castmates. Like, oh, Sutton, you want to do a deep dive legally into my finances into what I have going on. Well, you've never given to the victims. Oh, Garcelle, you want to come at me about the earrings and about, the fraudulent case, but you've never given to the victims. Oh, Crystal, you're coming at me too, because you think it's literally Erika said it, right? We saw it in the in the previews. She said, oh, because it's cool to be on the side of the victims. Oh, everyone's mad because I don't have the reaction or I don't feel how I'm supposed to feel and I don't give a damn about anybody but myself. To me, that shows that Diana, Erika, and Rinna, because we all know Rinna is out there like applauding, you know what I mean? And nobody does anything unless Rinna co-signs it when it comes to Erika and Diana, applauding her and all this stuff. And of course, Erika is strategically staying silent, but I think Erika already knew, and I think that they were all in and out together. Because if you really look at what the statement is, it's a big F you to Garcelle and Sutton and Kathy and to us, all of us who have been saying stuff. So I don't think it's this like altruistic thing that she's trying to do to give back. I don't think it's sort of this like checkmate to Rinna and to Erika. I think they're all in it together. I don't think that it's like, oh, they're gonna fire Rinna or Diana, and Diana's doing this to like look good to Bravo so that they'll keep her and let Rinna go. No, I don't think it's any of that. I think they're all in it 100% together. 100% together. I think they're all in it. Also, I'm going to tell you why. Oh, I do think it's a PR stunt in the sense that Diana is trying to spin this in order to make herself look good, in order to, say she's giving back. Oh, I had no idea this happened. Oh, I'm so philanthropic. I'm such a giver. Like, of course I would never, sexually traffic children. What do you mean? I'm giving all this money, blah, 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 blah. But are you? But are you giving the money? I'm going to tell you why I say that. I'm going to put it out there. In my opinion, I don't think she's ever going to give this money. One, it already said that Edelson, whatever it was, already paid the victims back through insurance money. Because once it came out that they were defrauded, the insurance covered it. So what is this magical 100K now that you're randomly coming up with? That doesn't make any sense when the victims were allegedly already paid back by Edelson through the insurance money because they were defrauded. Also, me in conspiracies, it's always about timing. It's never a coincidence. It's always about timing. Why now? Why now? Diana has known about these victims. Diana has known about the Erika's cases for at least a year. I mean, to give her the absolute benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say she only found out when she met Erika. Chick has been rocking with Erika for the last year through filming, off season, whatever. They going to Hawaii. Erika's legal problem has not been a secret. The victims have not been a secret. The lawsuits have not been a secret. So you can't come out now being like, I just learned about them, when I joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So just now. So you've known about them, complete benefit of the doubt for at least a year. But you decide now, September 2022, all of a sudden now you're pressed to give back. Now you're pressed to be philanthropic towards these victims. Why now? Why now? Why? Because the women are still pressing Erika about, all of the gifts and the money and the fraud and stuff. Because people are pressing you about these alleged child sex trafficking rumors. Because you're falling out, because nobody actually likes you. I mean, in like the Twitter Bravo sphere, and you're getting all this slack. They came out, and I don't mean that like in a mean way. I mean that factual. When they came out with the whole, what do you call it? When they came out with the whole list, remember they came out with the list, the rankings, and Diana was the bottom of the barrel, and then everybody was talking about the alleged Room 23. So. To me, it's a little too convenient. It's a little bit too suspicious with the timing that right now, right before the reunion, right now, when Good Morning America is talking about Botgate and your allegations of being a part of trolling farms, going after children, right now when everybody's talking about the sexual trafficking allegations, right now when Erica's your BFF, all of a sudden you want to give back, but you've known about this for the minimum of a year? Girl, bye, and girl, miss me. I don't think this means that there's a divide between the women. I think this means that the women have never been stronger. They're all coming together in united front. And now I'm going to tell you why I think she's lying about the 100K. It's just a press release. It's just optics. Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys can read that, but I'll read it out loud, the part I want to highlight. So this is what's her name's? This is Diana's Instagram post where she posted the press release talking about her allegedly, giving the 100K. I'm going to read to you the line that I find is the most important one. Los Angeles, September 7th, 2022. Entrepreneur and philanthropist Sanella Diana Jenkins announced today that she will donate $100,000 to benefit immediate family members of the 189 passenger crew who were killed in 2018 when Lion Air Flight 610 crashed into Java Sea shortly after takeoff in Indonesia. All right. Did you guys catch the operative word in that sentence? Will. W-I-L-L. She will donate. The reason why I'm being nitpicky is because in press releases and anytime you're going to the media, words matter. It did not say she did. It did not say she has. It said she will. That's a pledge. That is not an actual donation. Basically, what I think is happening is she's putting it out there. Whoever her publicist is, whoever her lawyer is wordsmithing it. If you're going to actually donate this 100K, which to me is just like a nominal number, it's a random number, it's like a nice round number people can easily say, not that much considering. How come they didn't say she did donate? How come they didn't say she has donated? It said she will donate. When it comes to donations, there's actually donating and then it's pledging to donate. I think it's very convenient, and I know I'm getting a stickler about the words here, but words matter. It's one thing to say that you are pledging to donate, that you will donate. It's another thing to prove that you did. And I think the reason why she's saying, and all the headlines are saying she donated. No, she didn't donate. She hasn't given them a penny. She said she will. Will means in the future. Will means going to. The essence of will means I have not done so yet. So we got to really watch these slick people who think they're getting over on us. Diana, Rinna, and what's her face? Diana, Rinna, and I've had a long day, guys. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Diana, Rinna, and Erika, all three of them are trolling us with this BS. They're trolling us with this BS. They're saying F you to Garcelle, and to Sutton, and to Kathy, and to Crystal, and to anybody else on the cast, and to any of us out here on social media who has, rallied with the victims, have gone against Erika, being like, you need to give them money back, you need to give facts, by saying like, oh, you have such a problem, it's so cool to stand with the victims, how come you don't give them any money? It's a big F you to the castmates and to us. That's what it is. It is not a show that Diana is going against Rinna and Erika. Absolutely not. If anything, it means that they're tighter than ever. The fact that Erika is staying silent speaks volumes. When does Erika ever stay silent? Ever. Erika went after Tom's mistress. Erika went after Garcelle. Erika went after Sutton. Erika never stays silent. She's staying silent because she co-signed it. That's why she's staying silent. You think if Diana really put out a press release about pledging 100K to the victims of Lion Air, to Tom Girardi's victims, without Erika's cosign, she would stay silent? Erika? See you next Tuesday, Erika? Absolutely not. She would be furious. And the fact that Rinna is the one, you know what I mean? Big upping, gassing up, promoting it, cheering on Diana makes it even more true. Because quiet as it's kept, even though Diana has the money, Erika and Rinna are the ones who are closer. They use Diana, but Erika and Rinna are the ones who have been in cahoots for years. Don't forget the allegations about Erika giving Rinna $5 million, and then they were sharing the same money manager. You see what I'm saying? Erika and Rinna have been in cahoots for a while now. So there's just no way that Erika's staying silent, Rinna is supporting what Diana's doing without all three of them co-signing on it. It's basically them giving us a big F you. 100%. And the fact that the press release strategically said will, that makes me really doubt if they will ever see this money. 100K is just like a little, it's like a very like easy number, like, oh, 10K months, 100K donation, $1 million. It's a very round, you know what I mean? Where did that number come from? And B, allegedly, word on the street, the victims already got reimbursed from the Edelson insurance money. So why are you giving them 100K now randomly in September 2022 when you knew about all of this at least a year ago? Doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense. Other than the only thing that actually logically makes sense to me is that this is nothing but a PR stunt because Diana needed some good press. And it was nothing but a subliminal FU to all of us who's had an issue with Erika and an FU to the other Cassidys. Oh, you want to tell Erika to give the earrings back? Oh, you want to be cool with the victims? Well, you haven't given anything to the victims. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that she said that the press release said she will donate, and this is another thing. Since when do people do press releases about things that they're going to do? The way the press release system works is that you are featuring, you're highlighting things that have already happened. For example, you'll do a press release when you wrote a book. Like say you wrote a book and you want to do a press release to get, press and media. Oh, we wrote this book, say you have a new movie coming out, once the movie's complete and you're doing premieres and you're doing events, you'll do a press release to promote what it is. Or like say, for example, you have like a really cool event coming up and you have all this press coming or all these cool celebrity comings. You do a press release to be like, oh, to either get people to come, but you have the event in place, or to be like, oh, look who came, blah, 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 blah. A press release is to garner attention and media based on something that has happened. I don't recall people ever doing press releases about what they will do, what will happen. So that's why I think they're trying to trick us, because it's like, when you see the press release on its face, donates this, the default is to think, oh, she donated 100K. Because a press release is supposed to tell you about what happened. And you're trying to garner media attention about what happened. But if you actually read it, it says she will. Not she donated. Not she has donated. Not that she did donate. But that she will donate. To me, that is one thing. I'm going to get the glory and the good press and all of the stuff being a philanthropist, but quiet as it's kept, she doesn't have to actually ever pay that money, because this is the gag. This is the trick, because people already believe that she has. If you see that press release, you think, oh, she donated 100K. But it didn't say that. It says she will. So she doesn't actually have to, because the majority of the perception is that she already has. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, listen, They need to stop playing in our faces with these bogus press releases, with these fake pledges, with all these stuff going on. It's like, we're not stupid. I don't know if they think that we're dumb, but we're not dumb. This doesn't mean that Diana is against Erika and Rinna. It means that they're thick as thieves, as they always have been. And this is a subliminal F you to us, F you to the castmates. And it's nothing but a photo op and trying to get some positive press hits. Because now, like I said, now the general perception is that she already gave the 100K. So now what incentive does she have to actually give it? If you already believe I did something good, do I actually really need to do it? You know what I'm saying? Say I'm training for a marathon and my coach believes I already ran 5 laps. Am I really going to go and run the 5 laps now? Everybody already thinks I did it. I don't know if I'm really going to do it. You see what I'm saying? So let me say hi to a couple of my candy canes. Hey, Sharon. She goes, hello, Candy, my love. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Sharon, 100K ain't worth even mentioning. Exactly. Because I don't think she hasn't given the 100K. She will give it when? Tomorrow? Next week? A year from now? 10 years from now? If something happens, then you know what I mean? It's nothing but a PR stunt. Hey, Gloria. Hey, beautiful Candy Canes. Hello. How are you, chat? Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Marzia. The 100K is performative at best. Exactly. Hey, Sharon, I will lose 50 pounds. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I will be a superstar. I will win an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. Come on. And it says it right there in the press release. I don't know if you guys can read it on the screen, but if you go to Diana's Instagram and you see it in the press release, it says that she will donate $100,000. Not that she has, not that she did, but she will. That is a meaningful difference. That is a meaningful difference because she already got the public perception to think that she did. To be perfectly honest, when I saw the headlines, I thought she did. I thought she gave the 100K. I thought it was performative. I thought it was a bunch of BS. I thought it was a subliminal FU. But I thought that she had actually physically given the money until I went and read the release myself. And when I read the release, when it said she will give, I was like, oh, that's a pledge. That's a pledge. That's not an actual donation. That's like remember when Kyle tried to clown Garcelle and be like, oh, you said that you were gonna give at it was like her children's hospital charity or something. Remember when Garcelle pledged to give up some money at the charity, but they got something mixed up, like either like the credit cards were mixed up or like it was like an old address. It was something. It was very administrative. Like it wasn't Garcelle trying not to pay. It was like an administrative error. That's basically what Diana is saying. I'm pledging this money. And then you got to continue to read the fine print. Oh, you can also, all of your donations will be secure through the Giving app or the Giving whatever, which is her charity. All donations will be received and secured by Giving, which will also establish a process for immediate family members of Flight 610, blah, 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 blah. So now she's saying her newly formed Sunella Foundation. See, you gotta really be watching these chicks. Newly formed? When did you form it? When you needed damage control because we all are on your neck about the alleged sex trafficking? So newly formed foundation. Your newly formed foundation. Okay, but yet you are this philanthropist, but it's a newly formed foundation and you're partnering with GI or GVNG, like Giving, but it's GVING and people can make donations. Okay, so is the 100K that you will give, is that from these donations that you are now soliciting from the public? She said she will give 100K. Is it of her own money? Because in the press release at the bottom, because you got to read the stuff at the bottom, they're asking for donations. So is she giving 100K of her money, or is she giving 100K of this, like, essentially GoFundMe account? I've never heard of this organization called GVNG, and she has a newly formed foundation. A newly formed? When did you form it? Yesterday? To do this BS press release? When did you form it? When you heard the feds were doing a secret investigation into your alleged child sex trafficking ring? When did you form it? Essentially essentially in a GoFundMe. That's essentially what it is. Oh, give to the secured GVNG foundation that we're partnering with. Your donations will be secure. They will go immediately to help the families of the flight. It's basically a GoFundMe. So are you giving 100K of your money, or will you give 100K of the money that you're going to get through donations? These people really keep playing in our faces like we're stupid. We're not stupid. You have a newly founded foundation. You're partnering with essentially a GoFundMe situation, GVING, some organization that you can give to, causes. You said you will give 100K, but the gag is the victims. I'm only saying allegedly because I need to do a deeper dive, but what I've seen is that the victim already got their money through the Edelson Insurance Company. See, like, they keep playing in our faces like we're stupid. We're not stupid. We see right through you. This was nothing but a bogus publicity stunt and a subliminal FU to all of us who actually care about the victims and who actually want Erika to be held accountable, and to her castmates. That's all this was. That's it. And another thing, I'm on one right now, you guys. I've had a long day and I get hyper when I talk about the victims and everything. Another thing, another conspiracy theory I got going on here. I know Diana claims to be so rich and wealthy and have all of these houses and all of this money and have this, that, and the third. But how many times have we seen allegedly super uber rich people actually be broke, actually are fronting? How many times have we seen the uber chic rich turn out to be nothing but broke frauds? How many times? I'm not saying that Diana's a broke fraud. I mean, she's a fraud, allegedly. I'm not saying that she's a broke one. But I'm starting to wonder, is the myth of her money as solid as she wants everyone to think it is? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I wonder, because remember, look at what we thought about Girardi and Erika. We thought they were balling out of control, and it turned out they ciphered the money, and it was fraudulent money and everything else. So, like, I'm not saying she is. I have to do a deeper dive, but it just came to me while I was talking. Why didn't she already donate the 100K? To someone like Diana, who fronts like she has all this money, that would be a drop in the bucket. Why didn't she already physically actually donate the money yet? To someone like her, 100K would be nothing. It would be like $100 to us. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't she physically donate the money yet? Because if she physically donated the money, I promise you that press release would read differently. That press release would read differently. She has donated. She did donate. She donated. Not she will. Not she will, but she has. So that's another thing we can look into, guys, because you know we have conspiracies. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Leah Simmons says, she pledged 100K to her own new charity. Exactly. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. Where the victims at some point will be able to apply for funds. Exactly. And she told Page Six that she did it to show the haters that they can donate instead. Thank you, Leah. That is exactly what I have been saying. It was nothing but an FU to all of us and to the castmates. That's exactly what it was. And she didn't even say she gave it exactly her own new charity. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm saying. See, my candy canes come through. Hey, Mazaria. Hey, Sharon, that ain't no pledge. That's an outright lie. Exactly. It's a scheme. It's a scheme Todd made up. It's a scheme. It's a scheme. Why do the victims have to apply for funds if we already know that they're victims? If this is allegedly to go straight to them, why do you have to apply for that? What does the application look like? What are the questions other than your name? Because literally that's the only criteria that you have to be a victim of this. Is like, it's literally just it's you. It's bogus, you guys. I'm telling you, it's bogus. It's bogus, 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 bogus. Hey, Marzia, wow, talk about self-serving. Exactly. Exactly. They sit in here playing in our faces. Hey, Reese. Reese says, Diana, I think, is richer than we think. Maybe. She might be. I mean, allegedly, with everything she's been dipping and doing in the world and everything going down, she might be super duper rich and just stingy as hell. I'm just throwing out that just came to mind. I just threw that out there. She might be. She really might be. Hey, Mazaria, the uber rich in Real Housewife world is uber fake. Bloop. That part. Hey, Reese, Diana is the level where she gets millions per hookup she arranges. I'd be offshore, though, hard to always access. I hear that. Allegedly. But yes, and yes. Hey, Leah, if she really wanted victims to have the money, she could have contacted Jay Edelman. Exactly, their attorney, and he can get it right to them. Exactly, because they already said that Edelman was using the insurance money to help the victims. 100%. If she actually was going to give this money to the victims, she could have done it directly to the victims. She didn't have to open up this new, money laundering, fraudulent, charity, because a lot of people do launder money through charities. They do child sex trafficking through philanthropy, through charities. A lot of it's a lot of fronting. She didn't have to open up a new charity that's her own, pledge that the victims will one day get money that they have to apply for. Since when do victims that are known victims have to apply for money? In this particular sense, I know you have to apply sometimes for like other stuff, but in this particular sense, they're sitting up there playing in our face. We're not stupid. This is a scheme Diana, Rinna, and Erika cooked up. Cooked it right on up. And they're sitting there playing in our faces. She didn't donate jack diddly. She didn't donate anything. She did it as a big subliminal F you to all of us. Just like Leah said, she said, oh, it's just to show the haters that they can donate to. We're not haters. We're society. If you want to get really deep with it, we are a society. And as a society, we are outraged that people like Erika Girardi and Tom Girardi and their lackeys prey on people without the means to look out for themselves, to victims, to clients, and use their money for their own evil gain. We're not being haters. We are a society with a conscience that is outraged that this man and his systematic institution of corruption for decades upon decades, he's 80, literally upon decades, stole millions upon millions upon millions of dollars from victims. That's not being a hater. That's being an enlightened, healthy individual who would not have a problem with that situation. What normal functioning human being would think that's okay? You have to be a pretty sick, twisted, narcissistic, sociopathic person to think that you are entitled to other people's money, because you're not. You're not. It's crazy. Hey, Leah Sessions, just finished watching tonight's episode. When are you recapping? I'm dying. My Real House by my friend is out of the country. Okay, you guys, I am recapping tomorrow, 2 o'clock West Coast time, 5 o'clock East Coast time. So be sure to like this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. I have not yet watched the episode, so no spoiler, please. But we will be doing it tomorrow at 2 o'clock West Coast, 5 o'clock East Coast. Hey, Sharon, I wish the hell I would donate so that he can walk around with $1 million earrings. Exactly. You're going to that's another thing. I don't trust my money to people who allegedly are known for defrauding people and selling people into sex slavery. Like, I'm just not into it. Who in their right mind would trust any type of organization that Diana tells you to give to when she is straight up in cahoots with Erika? Straight up in cahoots, allegedly, in my opinion. Hey, Miseria, not to mention California bars. Exactly. Oh, I hope I pronounced your name right. Marzia, I hope so. It's so pretty. But exactly, right? It's literally, it was systematic and institutionalized corruption. He had judges in his pocket. The California bar was in his pocket. Other lawyers, executives, politicians were in his pocket. This was a systematic, institutionalized, essentially organized crime. Let's call a thing a thing. It was organized crime. It was organized crime. That's literally what it was. It was organized crime. And you want to sit here and play in our faces? They can miss me with that. Hey, Reese, Diana also apparently has rumored brothel ops in Greece. Her Caribbean ops would be making her millions. Yeah. I mean, apparently, allegedly, rumor has it. But yeah, I mean, it's disgusting. It's disgusting all the way around. It really is. That's why we have to really watch what's going on. Honestly, it's disheartening that now when we talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, when we talk about Bravo, we really have to be like, watch out for the sex trafficker, watch out for the alleged, fraudster. What are the feds saying? Like, fake donations, all of that stuff. Like, I didn't sign up to go to, I don't want to be in the FBI, I want to watch Bravo for fun. So at least we have Potomac coming up, which I'm super excited about. We have Salt Lake City coming up, which I'm also super excited about. So we got some good, new, back to normal, light kiki, fun shade drama about the interpersonal relationships rather than defrauding people in millions of dollars and allegedly being a child sex trafficker. So with that, I love you guys. I love you so much. And be sure to like this video, please, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss it, and share this with a friend. Anybody who likes conspiracy theories, Bravo TV, reality housewives, pop culture, anybody who just wants a nice kiki, be sure to share and share a like. And also, you can look down below. You can give a super thanks or a super chat if you want to. And don't forget to check out the description box below. We have tons of stuff. I have courses, I have coaching, I have podcasts, books, merchandise, all of it. We get down over here with the candy cane gang. Let's see. Reese says, I'll tell you oh, no. Reese, you need to DM me. I can't be saying that. Leah says, watch out for your cease and assist. I'm ready for it, Diana. Just kidding. Don't come after me, Diana. Don't come after me. Don't come after me. Because this is all alleged. It's all a rumor. I'm not saying it's fact. Hypothetical. With that, you guys, I love you. Take care of yourself and each other, and I will see you next time. And be careful what alleged charities you give your money to. Make sure everything is legit and on the up and up. With that, I love you. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.